Welcome back, everyone. This is Goku Sunday BZ, and welcome back to a new best to worst list. And yes, this is actually the first time ever to actually do a video wearing glasses. Probably different for everyone, but that was high time. But with that said, this is going to be best to worst, my own personal opinions of my least favorite to my favorite of the Wizarding World. I would have liked to have used Harry Potter music or something, but I'm too afraid of Time Warner Records with copyright stuff. So I chose instead like a remix version of Game of Thrones. HBO doesn't seem to be as big on that. So, choose fancy music either way. So, with that said now, coming in at number 10, because I'm including the two Fantastic Beasts films. Coming in number 10, released in 2010, it was the first of the only two-parter ever done on any of course, the Wizarding World books, or rather, Harry Potter books. With that said, coming in at number 10 is Harry Potter and the Deadly Hallows, or Deathly Hallows, Part 1. It's by far the weakest in my opinion overall, though I admit I don't hate it as much as some people, but I still think it's by far the weakest film, but that's just my own personal opinion. Everybody has their own opinions. Coming in at number 9 is going to be a somewhat controversial one, but I think as time has progressed, it's not aged the greatest, though I admit there's still a little bit of nostalgia for me, but still, I feel it's relatively weak compared to others. Plus some of the acting, of course, but is the beginning, basically. But for me, coming at number 9 is, released in 2001, is Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. Yes, I'm saying the actual original name, not Sorcerer's Stone, Philosopher's Stone. Because that's actually what it's called. If, for instance, I don't know, ever watch anything like Full Metal Alchemist, or you ever actually studied anything at all on the history of alchemy or mythology on it. But yeah, 9 is the Philosopher's Stone. Coming at number 8 is the first of the two Fantastic Beasts films. Coming at number 8, now I'm sure some people would disagree and say this one is better, but as I said, everything is subject to opinion. Coming in at number 8 for me personally is released in 2016, the first of the two so far Fantastic Beasts films, and of course would be the debut of course, J.K. Rowling doing the screenplay. Coming at number 8 is Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, which I still really like it. Coming in at number 7, back to Harry Potter. I think this film is a little bit weak. To be fair, at one time this was my least favorite, but as time has progressed, it's actually gone up a couple of slots for me personally. Released in 2009, I think it's a really good overall film. I still think it's weak compared to some of the high of highs in some of the other films, but for me, coming at number 7 is Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. Next, coming in at number 6, it's definitely going to be probably a very controversial one because most people have this in their top 3. But for me, it comes at number 6 because I just don't understand why this particular film was as popular as it actually was. But that's just my opinion on the matter. Coming in at number 6 is released in 2004 is, of course, Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. I will admit, this has stayed somewhat steady for me. It hasn't really gone up or down. It stayed pretty much mid-tier for me. I will admit I like the designs of the Lycan, or rather like werewolf, that it's actually more true to actual mythology and mythos. But still, I just didn't like it as much as some people. Coming in at number 5 is definitely also going to be probably somewhat controversial. That made it to number 5. I get it. There are definitely some pacing issues here and there. I will agree and admit to that mistake. But I can't help but think that Johnny Depp really stuck out to me in this film. Released in 2018, for me, fifth favorite Wizarding World film is Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald. I thought Johnny Depp was amazing and really killed it at Grindelwald. It was nice to not see, once again, just a stereotypical Johnny Depp performance or parody performance. He really stuck to that character, and I thought he was superb. He was meant to be more about logic, not have a deep hatred for the Muggles or the nomads, if you will. He didn't have the same blind hatred like, I guess you could say, Voldemort was more like Adolf Hitler, where I could see some people comparing Grindelwald more towards maybe somebody like Vladimir Lenin or something like that, or Karl Marx for an example, but I could see definitely a comparison there. Be able to get a lot of people more willing to volunteer for a cause through inspiration, the way he spoke and carried himself, not through fear and intimidation like Voldemort. And I think in some ways that makes Grindelwald a much more interesting character. I thought Johnny Depp did help add layers to the character. And that's why, for me, Crimes of Grindelwald comes in fifth place. Coming in at number 4, I'm not sure how this is on most people's opinions list. Some people do have it lower. For me, fourth place. This actually used to be at the bottom for me, but slowly over the years has slowly gone up in my ranks to now number 4. Released in 2005, based on the fourth book. This would be actually my introduction to one of my future, now current, one of my favorite actors. And of course, that being playing the character Crouch Jr. And that, of course, being the debut, and I thought did excellent job in the film, or Barty Crouch Jr. rather, and of course that being my personal favorite of the Doctors. So now you know who it is. And now you know which film it is. Coming in at number, and of course that being David Tennant, but coming at number 4 for me, favorite of the Harry Potter films, and seeing the re-arise of Lord Voldemort. The Gauntlet of Fire comes in 4th place. Coming in 3rd place, released in 2011, part 2 of the 2-part, the big series finale to Harry Potter. I'm sure many people have it at number 1 on their list, but for me, it's at number 3. And that is, of course, coming in number 3, the Deathly Hallows, or Deathly Hallows Part 2. Coming in at number 2, it's pretty much, for a while there, was my number 1 favorite. And that's the second ever Harry Potter film, but it's second place. It has always stayed in like one of the top 2 spots. I love this film with a passion. I still will watch this tons. I've seen it more than, pretty much almost more than about any of the Harry Potter films. I've seen this movie probably 24 times, at least. Coming at number 2 is Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. Coming in at number 1, so it's obvious now, and of course, technically this was based on about the longest book. Coming at number 1 for me personally, even if it wasn't super close to the book compared to some of the other films, for me personally, number 1 favorite of the Wizarding World is Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, released in, of course, 2007. And that is my personal least favorite to favorite of the Wizarding World series. So leave a comment below. Tell me what your thoughts are on it. And what do you think, this being the first ever video I've done actually wearing glasses? I'm curious what your opinion is. But with that said, I'll see y'all next time. Stay safe out there with, of course, still the ongoing coronavirus, because some people are stupid enough not to play things safe. With that said, hope you enjoyed also the Game of Thrones music in the background. And stay tuned in the future. I'm planning on the next several months doing a best to worst ranking, in my opinion, the weakest to the strongest of the seasons of Game of Thrones. I'm actually looking forward to that, because it means I'm going to have to rewatch all 8 seasons to really get a better idea of where they're going to rank now. So with that said, I'll see everyone next time. Same YouTube time, same YouTube channel, and of course, Expelliarmus. And oh yeah, I'm wearing a Slytherin hat, by the way, if you didn't notice.